Hello Cancer, how you doing? Today we're going to do a reading for November the 22nd to 28th, 2020, the last week of November. This year's almost done. We're going to take a look into your recent past, your present energy, and what is coming up for you. This will be for your sun, moon, and rising signs in Cancer, should you be cross-watching. And as always, this is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone. I invite you to take that which is for you, leave everything else behind, and we'll get into your higher vibe. I'm getting so much like beautiful sunny weather on my recording days recently. Messing things up a little bit for lighting, but that's fine. Enjoy the sun. We don't get enough of it this time of year where I live. If you haven't already and you do like my content, please subscribe to the channel. If this reading resonates for you, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, your questions, your thoughts. Happy to interact and grow and create community with you here. This slippery freaking deck of cards. Oh man. Like really? What kind of a joke is this? Can't keep anything in my hands. This deck is truly the most slippery deck of cards ever. It's unbelievable. But beautiful. Okay, Cancer, overall energy for you this reading is the Five of Pentacles. Oh, this is the thing. This is the lighting issue. Five of Pentacles, feeling a little bit left out right now, feeling like things are happening and passing you by a little bit. And just that like your happiness is kind of trapped on the other side of something else at the moment. In the recent past for you, we have the Death card, the King of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. So maybe starting in a new job or role right now where you're doing a lot of learning. Death card for me right now is giving me more the rebirth side, something ending, something beginning. So starting into something new right now, really, Cancer, is what I'm getting, and it's requiring a lot of like paying attention to information coming towards you, and definitely relating to kind of work life and material life as I see it right now. In the present energy for you, we have the Queen of Cups, the Three of Wands, and the Four of Swords. So in a position right now, Cancer, where you feel like you are waiting and planning and not being upset about that. You're just kind of like biding your time, sitting in your thoughts, planning though, like actively taking time to think about the direction you want to move in, how you want to go forward at the moment, but not yet ready to actually start moving on it yet. Still taking that time to really sit with your plans, sit with your thoughts, and try and figure out what the next steps are going to involve. In the future energy for you, we have the Three of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. So some disappointment and stress, but like leading you towards your ability to be a fully independent person. So maybe dealing with a little bit of heartache, maybe dealing with just like frustration. There's like a very heavy energy to what you're about to walk into. It's like you've been planning and ruminating on how you want to move forward, but you have to deal with something heavy before you're going to be able to move forward into your greater sense of like abundance and happiness and personal fulfillment. We'll do some clarifying and try and get a little bit more specific on what is going on here for you. I don't know. This recent past situation for me is where I feel a little bit of confusion, because while it seems relating to work life, I don't know that that's the energy I'm picking up from everything else going on for you here. It's possible perhaps you're just dealing with a person in a position of authority and you're having to take in a lot of information from them to close out a cycle and move into something new. Feels a little bit unclear for me at this moment in time. Let's see what we can figure out though. We'll start with clarifying the Five of Pentacles and the overall energy here. We have the World, the Knight of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. This is interesting, Cancer, because this is someone who is approaching you, or maybe this is you also wanting to get this new start in love right now and looking at it as an opportunity to really kind of like come into a long-term commitment, come into your full happiness with this person. Like, it is this beautiful spread of energy of being excited about a new start. But sitting atop this Five of Pentacles, it's almost as though you're seeing it as separate from where you are now. Like, in another world and life, this could be my perfect happy ever after. But right now, like, I can't get to that. That's not where I am situated. It is not the position I am in to accept right now. So you're feeling kind of equally elated and upset at this point in time, because you're just like not seeing how you can grasp onto this from where you're standing at the moment, even though it might be what you want. It's a weird, frustrating energy. Let's take a look at the recent past. Let's start with your Death card here as we come out of Scorpio season. Oh my goodness gracious. Justice, the Fool, and the Two of Wands. Interesting. So whatever's ending for you here, Cancer, has maybe had some legal proceedings going on. There's definitely a sense of like paperwork and just like frustrating, nitpicky, legal-ese sort of things, like maybe going through a divorce right now, maybe dealing with a separation from a long-term commitment that has a lot of complicated items to get through the other side of. And this is the past, so you may be already done dealing with the situation. But with the Fool and the Two of Wands here as well, it's like you want this to be over because you've spent a lot of time planning a future, planning your next steps before it even ended. You were like ready to dive into whatever your next phase was before this was even over. But you're like now waiting to get through all of the legal issues or paperwork or other things that need to get tidied up, wrapped up before you're able to conclude whatever it is that you're going through. Let's look at this King of Pentacles here. The Sun, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Devil. So someone in this situation was promising you a lot of happiness, a lot of abundance. I don't know if there was perhaps a codependent relationship that you were dealing with somebody who was an earth sign, just sitting on the King of Pentacles here, or somebody that you had business tied to or work you were doing with. I get the energy that like the happiness may be a little bit false. This may be somebody who um, would give you what they knew you wanted at that time to try and like get you happy and bring you back onto their side, but it was more a guise for like keeping you pulled in close to them than it was to actually like feed your happiness. They're like promising you everything and anything you could ever want, but not from a place of actually wanting to give it to you. Let's look at this Eight of Wands. The King of Pentacles again, the Moon, and the Knight of Wands. So Cancer, maybe right now dealing with a lot of information coming forward about this person that you were not aware of before. It's like secrets are coming to light, information is coming forward, they're doing things behind your back that you're either catching them in the act of doing or other people are catching them. Yeah, I'm not sure how this Knight of Wands factors in. It's like all these things are happening and you're being caught up in the middle of it, but it's not phasing you at this point. I think it's like you recognize that you're over whatever the situation was, whatever this toxic cycle you were in with this person, this codependent relationship, or this relationship where you were constantly promised things and under-delivered to all the time. So whatever these other things that are coming forward are for you here regarding this relationship, regarding this person, you're now like, all right, you know, whatever. It's not something that is phasing you anymore. You're not feeling upset about this anymore. You're just like ready for it to be done so you can move on to whatever the next thing is going to be for you. Let's take a look at the present energy here. We will start with your Queen of Cups. The Emperor, the Three of Pentacles, and the Wheel. Interesting. So there's some people around you who are trying to help you like rebuild again, get going again, get a fresh new start for yourself here and get yourself to a place where like you are taking care of you as an independent person, but showing that their support is around you. There's a sense of like nurturing and protection, someone that's looking out for you, that really knows their stuff when it comes to maybe all these legal things that you're dealing with here with the Emperor that tends to deal with a lot of business-minded stuff. For your Three of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. So you're looking at all of your options right now, Cancer, and you're working to make a clear and concise, decisive choice on what you want to do next. You want a fresh new opportunity here, and you're just trying to select what the right one might be. You're weighing all of your options across the board here for how you're going to proceed next. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Some days I hold on to the cards real good. Today is not that day for me. Four of Swords, let's see here. The Tower, the Three of Wands, and the Lovers. So you may be in a position right now, Cancer, where you're just like thinking about all of your options, sitting with all of your thoughts. Oh my gosh, my itch. Like weighing out all of your choices against each other. There's a real sense of like not moving forward, just like staying where you are and planning and considering where you might go next. But something's about to shake that up for you and kind of force you into a position where you need to make a choice about what's going to happen next. You're not going to be able to sit and just think about this and plan forever. Universe is going to start to nudge you in a new direction if they're not already. Maybe dealing with a Gemini in some capacity right now. We have the Lovers and the Queen of Swords here. For your Three of Swords, we have the Page of Wands the Ace of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. So Cancer, maybe kind of threw yourself into a new relationship, a new love, a new something with somebody, but either you are not revealing all of yourself to them because you're not prepared to, or they are not revealing all of themselves to you just yet. I get that there is a real playing all of your cards very close to the chest right now, because there is still this underlying heartbreak and upset and hurt and disappointment that you're going through from this past situation that you're in. So you're not fully prepared to be able to give to somebody else yet because you're still processing with that. So whatever this new opportunity for love or a relationship or whatever that is, it's like you went in with the energy of like, yes, I'm like very here for this, but you're realizing like, I don't actually know that I am ready to share my heart just yet. Let's look at this Eight of Swords, High Priestess, the Hermit, and the Ten of Pentacles. So getting yourself really clear, Cancer, right now on what your dream future looks like for you. And as a result, are withdrawing a little bit, getting in touch with your intuition, trying to trust your gut right now. Because you're dealing with a lot of stress. You're dealing with a lot of frustration and pain. It's interesting because like the entire energy of the whole read, remember we started at this feeling of like, my happiness is not accessible to me right now. My happy ever after is not accessible to me right now, even if it's what I want. And that's really carrying through in all of this, to the point where like, maybe you tried, you're like, maybe if I just throw myself into it, I'll just find that I'm happy. But then recognizing like, oh, actually, like I'm not okay for myself yet. I'm not okay for myself right now. I'm not okay with how I was just treated in this last relationship. I'm fearful of getting back into another relationship that either is codependent or where I'm promised things that are under-delivered on all the time, or where I am constantly giving and I'm not getting enough back. And I get that there are people around you that are feeling protective of you and protective of your energy right now. And trying to encourage you to, like take care of yourself. But with this Tower moment coming and this choice needing to be made, like someone may try and push you into something that perhaps you're not quite ready to dive into yet, as we come into this future energy where you're like, okay, like I'm going to try for this new love, this new relationship, but I'm not really ready. And then I'm going to realize that I'm not really ready. And then I'm going to start to sit in those thoughts all the time. And I'm really going to think about what is the future that I want for myself? And is this it? And does this align with it? And you're going to recognize like maybe you're not fully clear on the direction that you want to be going in. And you're going to withdraw to kind of support yourself so that you can get out of this like spinning thought mindset. We'll clarify your Nine of Pentacles here. Hierophant, the King of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. So definitely Cancer moving towards getting your independence back, getting your mojo back, getting your sense of feeling like you got it going on back again. And you're ready for it, but you're needing some counseling right now. I see you spending some time talking to people that help you feel a little bit more spiritually enlightened, help you feel a little bit more enlightened in whatever your work or business is right now. Maybe have a Taurus around you or an air sign around you. I know we had Gemini come up a little bit earlier here, and they're trying to support you and help protect you so that you can get into that next phase of your life where you are independent and abundant and feeling really great about yourself. Because I think there is recognition from those around you that you're trying to fit yourself into, like fit yourself as a square into a circular hole. Do you know what I mean? That you're like trying to just move on and see what the next thing could be, but you're still dealing with hurt, even if it's not on the forefront for you, because you're considering what your future is going to look like and who and what and how fits into that. And you're recognizing that you need a little bit more time, maybe with yourself, to be able to determine that. in a more meaningful way. We'll take a few more cards from the universe for you here to close up this reading. Page of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. So maybe some information to be revealed to you, Cancer, from somebody in your past. That's going to leave you feeling really restless. I don't know if this relates to the person that you were dealing with in this past situation, this heartache that you've just gone through. But there's going to be some incoming news or information relating to somebody from your past that's going to leave you feeling stressed out, anxious, frustrated. Don't fear these things. You know, it sometimes takes that to help us move into our next phase, especially when we're coming out of a situation where it's like we thought we were happy or we were being offered happiness constantly, but we weren't really, and we weren't getting what we needed. Know, Cancer, that no one needs to push you or force you or rush you into anything you're not ready for. And sometimes our hearts and heads conflict with each other. And wanting to move past things in our life doesn't always mean that we're ready to move past them. Equally so, and relating back to the overall energy of this, knowing what you want out of life and out of love and where you see yourself going is positive, and you don't have to see yourself as living outside of that. There are ways to get to the things that you are looking for. So believe that like the doors will open for you when they are meant to, and lean on the people around you that are trying to support you. I see you trying to like take a leap, dive back into things, but maybe just aren't, fully ready yet, and that's okay. I hope this is helpful to you. I wish you the best of luck with the situation, and we'll see you next time.